Hey guys, welcome back to another EnShanté hair video. Today we're talking hair, and it's been a while since we've done it, but I have a style in my head right now, and this is pretty much the last day that I'm going to have this style in my head. And I said, you know what, before you take it out, do the review while the style is still kind of in your head. So that's why I'm on the screen today. So this is the distressed butterfly boho or bohemian lock style, and I absolutely loved it because of the distressed look and that, you know, the way that this looks. That's the reason why I liked it. And of course, I've done all kinds of little funky things with the style, a lot of updos and buns and things, especially, you know, I was at an event today and I thought that it would be more appropriate to have a bun. It look, you know, so that's what, but I've absolutely loved this style. I've had it in for maybe 4 or 5 weeks so far. And it, again, I love the style. The only reason why I'm taking it out and not redoing it, because this side of the hair is older than this side, because I did this front side and here, this section, I did those over recently, probably within the last week or so. And that's why you can see the parts so much better than, say, you may be able to see it on this side. You may not, because of the new growth. So you're not going to see, it looks a little bit, it looks fresher on this side versus this side. And I was going to do the whole style all over, but again, because I'm going to do my hair retention challenge, this isn't the style for that, or protective style for that. And I'll get into that really briefly. Why? The way that you have to install these, it wraps around your real hair. And so each one of these squares you see are all over my head in a French braid. And for my retention challenge, I want to be able to condition those strands. I did it before when I was pregnant, and it really helped my hair thrive because I have access to my scalp. I can clarify the scalp more. I can condition the strands, and I'm not manipulating them in any kind of way. The only thing I'm doing is taking the braid down and rebraiding it when it's too much new growth, because I don't want it to get matted or, you know, in a way that you can't do anything here. I don't want to damage the hair in the challenge. But this has been an awesome way for me to access my scalp and make sure that I clean it of debris and dust and dirt and oil build up. And it just keeps the oxygen flowing, the blood flowing up there, and of course, coupled with my diet and supplements that I take and the water that I drink, the exercise that I do, that helps to stimulate hair growth too. All of those things combined. So we'll talk more about my hair retention challenge in another video, but that is the primary reason why I'm even taking this look down, because the way you have to install it, I don't think it's conducive for the hair retention challenge. I don't call it the hair growth challenge because it really takes nothing for your hair to grow. It does so without you thinking about it. Just like you can breathe without thinking about it. That's how your hair is going to grow the same way. The problem we have is that we're probably losing more strands as we're growing them, and we don't feel like our hair is growing or making any progress. Another video and a very soon, what I'm saying, it's going to be another video very soon. Okay. So what did I use for this style? The crochet device I used for it. I have Marley hair here. This is the Marley hair, and Cuban twist hair, which looks like water wave kind of, or some kind of jerry curl kind of hair. I did not buy any type of high quality hair to do this style because it's distressed. You have to tease the hair and for it to sit, and you kind of want it to mat up a little bit for the hold. So I didn't buy anything special for that. So in these, we'll use this square for example. I used this square, took the device, put it through the square, hooked the Marley hair, closed that part, pulled through, and then with the French braid, because there's French braids all over my head, I took it and I kind of just twisted that Marley hair with the French braid. Then I took the device again, grabbed a little bit of this Cuban twist hair, hooked it, put through, pulled through, and then I, took that hair because it was teased. Teased it on down, and then I took it and I started wrapping it around both my French braid and the Marley braid. And as you can see, as if that I used my thumb to wrap the hair around the thumb. and then you keep tightening it and wrapping it and typing it around. And then when it starts to unravel, that's when you're starting to get that distressed look, depending on, you know, depending on your thumb action, right? So that's what I did. The mistake that I made is that these are the way that the pieces came out of the Marley hair. And this is what this is what at first, some of the ones in the back, a little bit more chunkier than these, which seems a little bit more thinner. I was using this much hair and putting it through and wrapping this hair around it. And I'm like, okay, that's not gonna work. I have type 4 Afro kinky hair, which is kind of this texture, which means, Shantae, you didn't need to put that much hair. But again, this is the first time I was doing this style, so I didn't know. When I started redoing this side, let me show you how much hair I used. You see the difference? Let me put them side by side. Do you see the difference? This side has this. Some of the ones on this left side has this one. As you can see how big and chunky these strands are in this bun. Trying to take, if you go to my Instagram, you will see, or my Facebook, where I did a get ready with me, when I started wrapping it around, it was so much hair. And check this out, it wasn't heavy. It's not heavy. This hair is not heavy. That's one of the great things that I thought about it. It was not heavy at all. But when I learned a little bit more about it, this is as much as I will use, because our hair is, if you have type 4 Afro kinky hair, your hair is this texture already. So I added my hair strand on top of this very thick strand. I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. And you know, and I didn't do this whole one. I did half of this one, I'm sorry. But even that was still too much. That's when I went with this very small amount that I wrapped around my French braid, and then I wrapped the Cuban twist hair. Of course, I teased it and put it through the crochet device, brought it back through, and then I wrapping it around my thumb and moving it in that fashion. So overall, great style, just not a good style in my opinion if you're on a hair growth / hair retention journey. Not a good style for that, because how do you condition your strands with all this hair wrapped around your hair? When I get to the end of my challenge, I may revisit this style. No, not may, I will revisit this style, because I really did like it. And at least in this third time around that I do this, now I know what I'm doing versus when I did this side. I got a little better with this side, but third time's a charm. It's going to be a beautiful style, and it won't unravel with some of the things that I have. And that's just because of my inexperience in doing this style. But that's it for my review of the Distressed Butterfly Boho / Bohemian Locks. I'll see you guys in the next video.